Hello, everybody. How are you? Well, I am definitely needing to keep my humor today. Why? Because, wow, has there been a lot of change? And I think one of the things that's super, super important for all of us to really make sure that we are grounded in all this change that's happening is to keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. What do I mean by that? So the change has just started to come. What's really happening in so many of our worlds right now is that as people are dealing with the stuff that they have not dealt with, a lot of other people will try to like lash out and trigger and blame. And I found myself today holding very healthy, strong boundaries for what was true for me. And when you sit and don't absorb other people's things in life, your life actually works out the way that you want. But there's a couple things that we need to do. We need to allow those things to fall away and fall away with grace and ease. Too often, after we hold a strong boundary that we're not used to actually holding, we try to grab it all back. And it's super important that as things are changing in this world that we're in, that we allow them to just go, allow them to flow, allow them to just be. Because anytime that we try to use push energy to do anything, guess what? It just blows up in your face. And I have been calling in and asking for change, that everything that doesn't support me moving forward in what it is that I'm trying to create in life, that it fall away. And today I had multiple things fall away that I was having like holy shit moments that I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe these are actually happening. And then every person in my world tried to flip it like it was actually my problem. And in reality, I was the one who was not triggered and not reacting. Because remember, one of the things I really want to teach people is that when you are doing your emotionally healing and when you are doing the things that are in alignment with your heart and soul, you are going to likely trigger all those people in your life because of the fact that you have actually been, when you're not being authentic in the world, what starts to happen is when you become authentic, all those players that wanted to reinforce you to stay where you're at because it makes them feel more comfortable, they start to act out and they start to lash out. And remember, I don't know if you've joined me on my Monday nights with my buddy Nam. He is an astrologer, and he said that's what's happening with Venus right now. Venus going into retrograde is actually causing a lot of this to come to the surface. So just know, all of these things starting to come to the surface and starting to open up, we really have to do our best to stay in a state of neutrality, because we can be triggered from things that are our past, but we don't have to have them be triggered our past. And when you see the signs of what comes to you and you're supposed to walk away from those things, allow them to leave, because it's really meant for your highest and best good. And you know what? And it's even in the other person's or other organizations or other whatever relationships to move on. And so today I just want to give you a little reminder that it's super important, as this continues to unpack, as it all continues to unfold, allow things to fall away in your life, because that gives you the freedom to go ahead and move into the space and move into the life that you are meant to have. And that is your soul's path. And show gratitude for those people who are reflecting back to you and showing you what it is. And Stacy, you are dealing with this right now. I am so glad that you said that, because it's so important to recognize that this is the energy that's going on. I had so much of that hit me today. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like it was all over the place. And I just sat there going, wow, everybody's triggered. I just kept saying, okay, I need to stay in my power. I need to stay in not being triggered and just go, it's really absolutely okay for every ounce of what falls away to fall away, because I want to make sure I'm doing what's in alignment, that it's in my highest and best interest, and to treat everybody else with love and compassion along the way. Now, I will tell you that I'm not perfect at that, and neither is any other human being that I know. But it's about the fact that if you just wish people well on their way and you allow that all to fall away, that will bring you more abundance. That will bring you the jobs that you desire. It will bring you the relationships that you desire. It will allow you to then bring in the support that you need to do the things that you're doing, whether it's at work or at home or wherever in your relationships. And just allow the flow. Get into the flow. We have to stop going from a place of our amygdala, which is back here, to our neocortex. So this is living life from our past, and this is living life from our present moment awareness and in the now. And it's really hard to do that when, if you recall, I talked about in the last couple of days that 97% of our response to the external world has to do with our subconscious mind and not our conscious mind. And if you go to juliemurphy.com, there I have a whole toolbox of tools that you can use and resources and meditations and things of that nature to get you back into alignment, so that you're not responding to today's environment from your past, which is back here in your amygdala, and then and actually respond from the present moment in your neocortex. Not easy to do when we're all stuck in our patterning. And so if you were triggered today, thanks, Grace. Hope you're liking your hat, Miss Grace. And just know that we need to just continue to stay grounded, continue to stay in our power, and know that even if you're not perfect in your response system, and even if you're not perfect in what it is that you do, just be super clear in what your intentions are, and it will all fall into alignment, I promise. Well, I hope you guys had a really great day today, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.